Hi everyone, it's Jen here from tarotspirit.net. Thank you for joining me. This is a reading for the week of March 30th, 2020. I was shuffling the cards and laid them all out and realized that I wasn't recording. So that's why, the cards are all laid out already. But let's just jump into it. I hope everyone's doing well and hanging in there. We have this very appropriate earth energy coming through, the Queen of Pentacles. Her energy is all about, well, she's very organized. First of all, she's an excellent manager. This person makes an excellent manager. They're extremely detail oriented. So think of earth signs. Think of Capricorns, Virgos, Taurus. Especially the Capricorns and the Virgos, I feel like stand out. But we are moving into Taurus at the end of April. So, and they're that fixed earth energy. So they're very grounded, they're very fixed, they're going to stay put. So I think it's appropriate energy coming through right now. But this energy they also have, besides being very efficient and I don't know why this just came into my head, but there was this old, and I can't even remember what it was for, commercial, because I'm 49, when I was young. And the jingle was, she can bring home the bacon and fry it up in a pan. And then it says like something really sexist and like, never forget she's a woman. Because I'm a Jolie. I don't know what it was for. If it was for I don't know what it was for, but that jingle just came in my head. So that's hilarious. It kind of means doing it all. So I can see this with people working from home and having to stay at home and all, and having to be, Vermont's not, those kids are not going back to school. So my son has an IEP, requires significant support. So I am now finding myself being a homeschooler, a home worker, a home, a home everything. So it might be that type of energy coming through for you guys. But again, I can't remember if I said she has that quality though of making a house a home. So it's a little something extra. It's a little magic sauce, special sauce that this energy comes through, where you um, around them, you just feel at home. And you think about that, the earth signs are grounded, they're solid, you feel comfortable, they're stable, they're not emotional, super emotional, they're not overly, um, they're just not the extreme. And it's just a nice energy to be around, and a good energy to be around when things are stressful anyway, right? So this card flipped out already. This was, what was our focus before? So the Two of Wands for me is a card about where to focus your energy. You have a couple wands here. You have a lot of ideas. I mean, this person is looking at the world. Like, I'm going to go out and conquer the world, but we can't do everything. So we have to make some choices in the Two of Wands about where we're going to expend our energy. Interesting that I just noticed that there's the whole world. The cat's even looking at it. And we are in a time where the whole world is brought together, unfortunately, by something negative. But thinking on a global scale. Oh, there's another cat there too. It's going after the salamander. Thinking on a global scale, looking at the whole world. There are some stars in the background, which is healing and hope, the star card. All right, let's keep. And you also get the as above, so below theme, right? The one cat's looking up and the one cat's looking down. Let's keep reading though. So what do we want the most right now? Let's go to that. It's the Hierophant, which is leadership, being able to tap into our spiritual practice, to be able to weather this storm and stay balanced during this storm. Her posture in this card, in this deck, is very reminiscent of the sometimes the Temperance card, which is actually, that's what I'm thinking of in this deck, the Temperance card. I think she's in tree pose, and here it's another yoga pose. But the Justice, the Temperance card, the cards of balance with the way her hands are out like that. So to me, this is looking for balance, looking for peace, looking for calmness, looking to weather the storm. And I mean, this is a very, very challenging situation, and it's in situations like this that, you really see what not only what other people are made of, but what we're made of, and what we can handle, and how we deal with things. It's a strong meditation vibe. There are tons of meditations on YouTube or anywhere online. Might be something to start more of a structured practice now that we're sort of homebound at this point, and to see if that can help alleviate some stress. I wonder how many things are going to be, practices and such are going to be started during this time, and if they will continue, or if we'll just revert back to our old habits when life sort of, starts going into back into its old routine, which it will at some point. How long will it take before? I was listening to this radio show. It's a podcast, Bob and Sherry, and they were talking about how quickly people have I think it was them. How quickly people have adapted to staying 6 feet away from each other, and you see it all the time. My mom and I walk on our dirt road, and maybe we meet one person, and this lady yesterday, we're on one far side of the road. It isn't a small, I mean, it's a dirt road, but it's not like a cow path. She was like basically went into the ditch on the other side, which was fine. I mean, I get it, but it's so funny how quickly we were trained. But I wonder if we'll quickly go back, or if we'll keep some of those practices moving forward. Okay, so what's in the focus right now? Interesting. The Knight of Wands. I would have never thought that this energy would come out. This is the honeymoon period card. This is the passionate card. Like all your energy and enthusiasm and inspiration and motivation and passion and all those fiery go get 'em words, adjectives are all into this is this type of energy, just wanting to go, go, go. Think about it. Again, I call it the honeymoon period card. When you first meet someone and you just want to eat, sleep, and drink them, and you can't, that's all you can do is think and be with that person. It's not a sustainable, it's pretty much not a sustainable energy. But so people are feeling a real burst of energy this week, working hard, maybe inspired to do things a new way. Let's see the other card that's supporting this. And a Page of Cups, creativity. That's kind of interesting. It's like people of maybe this week will have sort of, things will have set in, like shit's real. Like this is real. This is how it is. This isn't just going to pass overnight. This is the new norm for the foreseeable future. And maybe it's really motivating people to start getting creative and finding ways for it to work, finding ways to make money, finding ways to do things. It's going to be a very motivating week, which I think is an interesting energy to come through. So what's coming up in the near future? Oh, this fucking bitch, the Devil. So, the devil, when we are most stressed, the devil usually seems to rear its head. This is these are our inner demons, the things that the worries, the self-doubt, the bad habits, um, the things we struggle with, and often we think we've had a handle on them, and all of a sudden they pop up at the most inopportune times. They pop up when we're vulnerable, right? So for me, that's just a caution. It can be a little bit about denial as well, but it's about feeling trapped, feeling bound to something you can't get away from. Um, I think it's I think it's just a reminder to try to keep things in perspective and be prepared that you may struggle with some things that you felt like you had a handle on, and just to say, oh, okay, I knew that might happen. This is a very very stressful time. And so even if you can think of things like, a real obvious example would be if you don't drink anymore, and the times are so stressful. So how could you prepare for that, right? You could, however, you could get in touch with your counselor, or if you go to meetings, find online meetings and things like that. But lots of times it's just our own inner ego and self doubt that creeps in and fucks things up just because. Here's some overall cards. Four of Pentacles. Oh yeah, this is the hoarding mentality that you're seeing with the toilet paper and the everything. Um, it's also a card of boundaries, which is kind of interesting. So right now, boundaries, personal space is very on people's minds. One's possessions, one's food. It's interesting. What the devil is tempting people with right now is food and money, which are basically the basic things on everyone's mind right now. Um, let's see what the other card is. Eight of Pentacles. I love this contrast. This to me shows how there are two different people in the world. There are the hoarders, right? That are just panicking, and they're just going to get everything for themselves, even if they'll won't use all of that, and other people around them could use some. And then you have this energy, which is, I'm just going to do my thing. She's producing for others, right? She's making things. She has those Eight of Pentacles. She is going into her area of expertise, the things that she can contribute to the world, and production. He's hoarding and not letting go of everything, and she's ramping things up and putting things into production to be of service. And that's the two choices. That's what. Okay, I'm sorry, I just got it. The lesson for this week is to stay grounded. To stay grounded like this queen, to make the best of it, to make your house a home. And the devil's choice. The devil's choice. Are you going to hoard everything, or are you going to be of service? Wow. Thank you, everyone. Take good care. Take care of each other. Check in on people. And it's a marathon, not a sprint, but we can get through it. And I'll see you at the next video. If you have an idea of any videos you want me to do, let me know. Drop a comment below. Take care.